RCC column layout plan of 2 BHK and 1 BHK house in 38 feet 6 inch into 30 feet area. This is the first floor plan. This is the ground floor plan which I have already created in my previous videos, and its link is given in the description box. This is the way to 2 BHK and this is the way to 1 BHK. Hi everyone, welcome to Civil Engineering Tutorials. In this video, I will create RCC column layout plan of 2 BHK and 1 BHK house. So before I start, if you haven't subscribed the channel, then please click the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated with all new videos. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter to get all kinds of updates. Now let's get started. This is the plan. Here you can see the column. First I'll create some layers. So go to layer command. Layer. Now create new layer. Click here for new layer. I will create the first layer, grid line layer. Also I will change its color and line type. So name of the layer is grid line. Change the color. Click here and change it to, I will take it red. Click on red and click on OK. I will change the line type. We have to change the line type also. Here line type, I will click here. I need center X2. So for that, here we don't have this. Click on load. We have to load that. Load. Here you can center X2 here. This is center X2. Now select that. Select and click on OK. This is center X2 and click on OK. Now we have to select center X2 again and click on OK. So first layer is created. We have to create another layer, that is grid line number. Create new layer. This is grid line number. I will keep the color of grid line number green. Change the color as green. Click on OK. Now line type I'll keep continuous. Select continuous and click on OK. Again another new layer. This is dimension layer. Color I will keep blue. Click on OK. Line type I will keep continuous only. It is selected. Now click on OK. The last layer, click on last layer. It is column number. Column number. So we are creating column layout plan. So obviously column number is very important. So I'll keep the color also. Color same blue. Click on OK. Now we have created 4 new layers. The line type I'll keep continuous. Now make grid line layer as current layer. Grid line layer as current layer. Click here. Now close this. Now you can see columns here. So except column, we have to turn off all layers. So first select all, turn off all layers. Now here turn on only column layer. Only turn on, column layer you will turn on. Now delete dimension lines. I will show you very easily and all step-by-step methods. So here I will copy this. Only column we need. So I will copy this to this side and turn on all layers. So here we don't need this plan. So I will simply delete this. Then close this. Move these columns to here. Here we will create our column layout plan. These are our columns. So first make grid line layer as current layer. I need to draw outline on outside of this column. So take line command. we have to draw outline here from end point of column to end point of column. You can see make ortho on, make bilayer line. First point here, second point here, again this side here, here. Now escape here, start from here, click here and here. Now here draw a line here on this point and fillet here to here and delete this line. Now we have to give offset of 5 feet to outside. Give offset command. Offset distance 5 feet. Select, click to this side, click to this side, this and this. Now I will close these boundaries by using fillet command. So fillet here, click here and so we can simply join this with line command. Okay. Now we have to delete all these lines. These lines are not required now. Delete. This line also we have to delete. So we got this outer line. Now we need to draw grid line. So I will take construction line here. So take Excel, enter. Horizontal line first I will take. H, enter. On midpoint of column. Grid line will take on midpoint of column. You can see on midpoint here. All the line is going on midpoint. Here again click here on midpoint. Again here on midpoint. And here again on midpoint. Okay. Now again I will take construction line and vertical line. We need this side also on midpoint here. See, we have done here on midpoint this side column. Click here on this side and click here on this side. All columns are in same grid line. So it is very important that columns should be in same grid line. Now trim all the extra lines. Select and trim all extra lines. Now delete the outer line we have created also. This outer line we have to delete also. This is no longer required. So first turn off all layer, keep column layer. Now create outer line, then create grid line. So grid line we have created. Next you can see column and grid line we have done. Next we have to change the line type of grid line. Go to properties, make it 15. You can see. Now we'll do match properties to all. Close this. Select. Do match properties, MA, enter and select all. So all grid lines you can see. So now make grid line number as current layer. So we have to specify grid line number now. So first for that I need to make a circle. Draw a circle. Specify first point here. Radius I will give 1 feet. 1 feet. Enter. So I need to mention the grid line number inside this circle. So DT, enter. Justify, you can type J or you can simply select J for justify. We need the text in middle of the circle. So for that select middle or you can type M. Now click on midpoint here on the center and press double enter. Sorry, keep height 1 feet and press double enter. Now you have to write the number A. Select, copy. So you can see we are not finding the quadrant, so go to object snap option. Object snap, here quadrant option you have to select, click. Now click on OK. Select. Now you can see 4 quadrants here. Copy. See 4 quadrants. So I'll take from here, copy, make ortho of and paste here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This side will provide alphabets and one side, another side will provide numbers. Again we will copy from this side and paste here. This side will provide numbers here and here. Now this side alphabets like A, B, C, D, and this side numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is A. Next this is B. This is C and this is D. This side numbers 1, 2, 3 and this is 4. Now we need to mirror this to another side. Both sides are same. So select, mirror, MI enter. This is the midpoint and you can see this is the midpoint. Make ortho on and click. You have to simply click this. Make ortho on and see, make ortho on and you have to click. See, we have copied. Now we need to copy this side also. Select, mirror, this is the midpoint and make ortho on and press enter. So what we have to do, we have to extend these 2 grid lines towards these circles. So select these circles and extend this line and extend this line. We have done that. Now I hope you understand all the steps. Now here 3, here 4. This is the grid line 3 and here there is no column. Here column, grid line column number 4. So this side we will reduce the scale. This side also there is no column, so we'll reduce. Copy this or simply move this. Select both this and this. Scale 0.8. Enter. Now select, move this point to here because this side there is no column. Now third grid line we have mentioned this side and fourth grid line we have mentioned this side because fourth grid line there is no column on this side and third grid line we have no column on another side. So we have reduced the scale. Now delete this. So we have mentioned grid line numbers. This is north south direction. So we have created grid lines. We have created grid line numbers. Now make column number as current layer. We have to specify column number now. This is grid line A and this is grid line 1. This is A grid line and this is 1 grid line. So column number will be A1. The intersection point of A and 1, the column which comes in intersection point of A grid and 1 grid, then the column number will be A1. Column, see this is A grid and this is 1 grid. So this will be A1. We have copied this and changed the column text, column number text. So this is B grid line B and this is 1. So column number will be B1, intersection point of B and 1. This is B1. Okay, so B grid and 1 grid intersection point, it will be B1. Next, C grid and 1 grid, so the intersection point, the column is B1 column, sorry, this is C and 1, C1 column. Now this is D grid and 1 grid, so the column number will be D1. D grid and 1 grid, so D1. So A1, B1, C1 and D1 column, which comes in intersection point in 2 grids. Now this is A grid and 2 grid, so the column number will be A2. Hope you understand. A2, A grid and 2 grid. You can see this is A grid and this is 2 grid. So the column number will be A2. Now this is B grid and 2 grid. Grid line number B and 2. Intersection point B2. This is C grid and this is 2 grid. So this column number will be C2. Next, this is D grid and 2 grid. So this is D2. Here on third grid there is no column. A3 and B3 there is no column, but C3 column is there and D3 column is there. Here this is C grid and 3 grid. So C3 and D grid and 3 grid intersection point column is D3. But A3 and B3 there is no column, and here also D3 and C3 column is there. D4 and C4 also there is no column, and A3 and B3 there is no column. But here A4, A grid is 4 grid. So A4, this column number A grid and 4 grid. So column number will be A4. Now this is next B grid and 4 grid, so it will be B4. B grid and 4 grid, so it will be B4. C4 there is no column, D4 also there is no column. So A1, B1, C1, D1, A2, B2, C2, D2, A4. A3 there is no column, B3 there is no column, A4, B4, C3, D3, C4, D4 also there is no column. Okay. So, hope you understand. We have created grid line, column number, grid line numbers. Now dimension. We have to mention dimensions now. So make dimension layer as current layer. Now go to dimension, take linear. We have to take linear, select linear. Now we have to take center to center distance, means here this quadrant point to this quadrant means center to center of column. Now make the direction downward, specify the distance 1 feet. Here I am taking 1 feet, you can also take 0.8 or 2 feet. You have taken 1 feet. This distance is 15 feet 10 inch. Column midpoint of A1 to B1 column distance is 15 feet 10 inch. Now we have to mention B1 to C1. So for that we have to, no need to take linear again, we have to take continue. So click on continue. So you can see, so we have to simply click on this quadrant point B1 to C1 12 feet. Click on this 12 feet 2 inch. Now C1 to D1 9 feet 9 inch. Now to come out of this command, simply press the escape button. Again, so A1 to B1 15 feet 10 inch, B1 to C1 12 feet 2 inch, and C1 to D1 9 feet 9 inch. We have mentioned dimensions. So this side dimension we have to mention again. So for that, again go to linear. So here to here, make distance this side and 1 foot distance, enter. 15 feet 9 inch, D1 to D2, again click on continue. So D2 to D3, D2 to D3, click on D3 means here to here, click on this quadrant of circle here, 11 feet 10 inch. Now there is no column, so escape. Again give DIML command. Click here and click here, make it upward direction, give distance 1 foot, enter. So D3 to C3, 9 feet 9 inch. Now again we have to give continue, C3 to B4, continue, C3 to B4, click here, 12 feet 2 inch, and B4 to A4, 15 feet 10 inch. B3 and A3 there is no column. Here D1 to D2, C1 to C2, B1 to B2 also 15 feet 9 inch, A1 to A2 also 15 feet 9 inch, same. Now C1 to D1, C to D2, C to D3, here B1, C1 all are same. Okay. Here B1 to C1, B2 to C2, B4 to C3. Now here A1 to B1, A2 B2, A4 B4 all are same. Now this side we have to mention in same way. So dim linear command here on 4 point means A4 to A2. On A3 there is no column, specify 1 foot. Now 13 feet. Here D2 to D3 11 feet 10 inch, but this side A4 to A2 13 feet 5 inch. As there is no A3 column, so we have given A4 to A2 and another side D3 to D2. Now again continue, A2 to A1 column 15 feet 9 inch. So this is the column layout plan we have created. You can see here this side here A1 to B1 15 feet 10 inch, B1 to C1 12 feet 2 inch, C1 to D1 9 feet 9 inch. So here D1 to D2 15 feet 9 inch, C1 to C2, B1 to B2, A1 to A2 all are same 15 feet 9 inch. Now D2 to D3 C 11 feet 10 inch, D2 to D3. Now C2 to C3 also 11 feet 10 inch. But this side B2 to B4 and A2 to A4 13 feet 5 inch. Because A3, B3 there is no column, and here D3 and C3 there is no column. So A2 to A4 and B2 to B4 13 feet 5 inch, and D2 to D3 and C2 to C3 11 feet 10 inch. Here there is no column on A3 and B3. Here A4 to A2 13 feet 5 inch. C2 to C3 and D2 to D3 11 feet 10 inch. And A2 to A4, B2 to B4 13 feet 5 inch. And A2 to A4 to B4 15 feet 10 inch. A2 to B2, A1 to B1 also 15 feet 10 inch. B1 to C1 12 feet 2 inch. B2 to C2, B4 to C3 also 12 feet 2 inch. Now C1 to D1, C2 to D2, C3 to D3 9 feet 9 inch. So I hope you understand. This is the column layout plan. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and comment. Thank you for watching.